One of the additions I'm really hoping Google will think about is adding an equation editor to Google Slides. I've only ever taught 5th grade math, but I know as we move up the levels, lessons get a little bit more in depth as far as equations and creating those equations in the presentations. Now we know that Google Docs does have an equation editor, so you can use that to create equations in Docs. But all we've got in Google Slides right now is special characters. So I can insert special characters and search for different math symbols to make equations, but that is very time consuming and not ideal. So something that you may want to consider as far as making math lessons in Google Slides is going to the Chrome store and getting an equation editor app. So if you just search Chrome Store and equation editor, they have a couple different options, but the one that has the best reviews is this first one, DOM equation editor. So when you add it to Chrome, it's going to be just in your apps, which if you're not sure how to find your apps, if you open a new tab, they're to the left on your bookmarking bar. So if you've ever downloaded apps, that's where they live. And so here's my equation editor right here. But how that works is I can open the equation editor and I can create a complicated equation. So like I said, I haven't been working with any of these complicated equations with 5th graders, so I just Google searched Algebra 2 equation and this is what I came up with. So how this editor works is you can just start creating this equation pretty quickly actually. What I do in here is I turn up the font, because what we're going to do is after we create this equation, we're going to insert it right into our slide. So I like the larger font to work with, and you can always shrink it once you get into Google Slides. And so we would just look at our equation and find the different pieces we need to insert. And if you just click inside the boxes, you can insert those variables and numbers. And so when you're completely done, you're just going to save to Google Drive. You just click that button down there. It doesn't really confirm that you've saved it, but I promise it did save. And then I'm just going to go back to my math lesson and I'm going to insert image from my Google Drive. And if I go to recent, instead of having to look for it or search for it and scroll up and down, if I go to recent, it'll be the first thing there. And there's my equation. I can shrink it if need be and move it to wherever I want on that slide.